Hey, how's it going? It's me, Mario, and I'm recording this demo video for our affiliates for AutoWebinarX. This right here is the dashboard, as you can see, and it's going to allow your subscribers to create beautiful, easy to use automated webinars quickly and easily. So this is the dashboard right here. You can see a couple of stats here, you know, how many webinars, how many visitors. You can see some of your subscribers right here, but let's just dig right into this. So if I click here on webinars, for example, it's going to show me upcoming webinars and past webinars. So all I can do, or the easiest thing to do here, is just to click on create a new webinar. And then I'm just going to select some random stuff right here just so that you can see it in action. Host Mario Brown, and then description. I'm just going to say test right here. And then I'm going to click here on next. And there was also an option to set this to a private webinar, by the way, if you want it to be private, for example. Then here you can choose your list of subscribers. So when someone subscribes for your webinar, they're going to be added to any list that you specify right here. And we have some cool segmenting options here for you as well, or you can create a new list. Also, I want to mention you can upload your own list via a CSV file, and you can do that without any third-party integration. And then when you want to promote your webinar internally, you can actually segment your list, which is really cool. So I'm just going to go with this list right here. Click here on next. And then here you can see we can have the time zone, we can have a start date. So I'm just going to set this to, let's say, the 18th, just for fun right now. I can set it to an evergreen webinar, and then I have on demand right here. This is really cool. So I'm sure you've seen on Facebook when you click on an ad for webinar that you see like a 15 or 13 minute countdown timer. Clicking down, that's called an on demand, and it has the highest conversion rate, and you're going to get the highest show up rate on your webinar. And you can just check this box right here, and now it's going to be an evergreen webinar, and you can set this to 15, 30 or 45 minutes or 1 hour for your countdown timer. Estimated duration of your webinar, you can set it here. And then you can select the time if this wasn't an evergreen one. And now I can click here next. And then it's going to ask me if I want to say, let's say, promote this internally. You can actually do that from within our software. And I'm just going to click this right here. And here's the cool thing. You can actually exclude certain lists that you have. Okay, so if you don't want to promote this to people who already bought and things like that, you can exclude a list right here, which is really, really cool. And you can specify your panelist right here. And then I just click here on add. And now it's going to be good to go. Okay, super, super sweet and very easy to do and very easy to use. So let's say we want to actually edit this right here, for example, okay, or one of the ones that we created, or also down here we have a couple more. Okay, so I can go here, event, and I can click here on edit, and now this is where a lot of the action actually happens. So you can see now we have the webinar title, webinar description, the host. We can put links in here that we want to have shared during the webinar, and then the other things that we already set up. But here's the cool thing on the left hand side. You can manage your subscribers. You can have different streaming options. So right now it's going to be set to autopilot streaming because it's an automated webinar, but we also going to give your subscribers a chance to actually do YouTube live or Facebook live streaming through our software, so they can have commenting and things like that. It's really, really cool. So they have actually the ability to do automated webinars or live streaming with Facebook or YouTube through our software. Then you can set up your panelist right here. We talked about that. If you want to invite people to your webinar, you would grab the link right here, and you can obviously customize the page. So for an example, here's the page right here. Now, if I refresh this page, check this out, the countdown timer is going to reset. So every time when a visitor comes to this landing page, the timer is resetting to the 15 minutes. It's called an on-demand webinar invite, and it, like I said, has the highest conversions, which is really, really cool. You can customize this page right here. You can add a video and image. That's totally up to you. And you can basically do that right here. If you click on landing page, you can customize it with this simple to use editor right here. We have the attendee view. If you want to end the webinar and send people to a certain link, if you want to create a replay automatically, you can do it right here. You can integrate your autoresponder. You can have Facebook comments, which is nice on your landing pages so people can interact real time. And you can set up retargeting as well. Okay. Now, by the time we launch, this dashboard might look a little bit different, but as you can see right now, it's very easy to use. It's intuitive and, super, super slick setup. If you want to see how the actual broadcasting room looks like and, what you can do when the webinar is live, you can click here on webinar host, and it's going to take me to this page. And while the webinar is going, and obviously you don't have to be on the webinar, right? It's automated. If you do want to interact with people on there, you can just go here and add a URL. So they have a clickable link to your landing page, to your sales page. You can broadcast a message to all the attendees right here. And then also real-time questions going to pop up on this screen right here. And you can then respond to questions real-time and you're going to see some stats here as well, which is kind of cool. Okay, and then if you want to add some notes, we have a feature for that as well. Very, very easy to use. And again, it's automated, so you don't have to be live on the call. Oh, and by the way, when your webinar plays, it's going to be playing without any controls. So it's going to be like a, so to speak, live webinar. People have to watch the video and they can't just fast forward or anything like that, for example. Now you can see here we have more options, right? The panelists, you can set up your settings, watch the tutorial, bonuses for your subscribers as well. I just wanted to show you the highlights really quickly. It's really cool. Some of the highlights is it's a one-time price versus, people having to pay monthly or yearly for things like GoToWebinar or other solutions out there for automated webinars, for example. Another highlight is the on-demand feature that we just added. And another cool highlight is the segmenting feature, where you can actually segment your list inside of our AutoWebinarX members area. If you have any questions at all, reach out to Alvin or myself. We are really pumped to have you on board, and we can't wait to see you on the leaderboard.